the law of attraction works. But there is a reason why a lot of people don't manifest what they want. There's a missing key that you need to understand. So there has to be a reason why some people manifest what they want and some others just struggle. No matter what they do, they just struggle. And I reveal to you this missing key, okay? So after this video, you will know how to use that and what it's really about. And one thing that people don't understand is that they try just to push more to achieve that goal, and where they really overdo it, right? Where they struggle a lot, they want it really, really badly. They crave the goal that they want to manifest, to achieve, right? But the thing is, you have to feel already right now like you have already achieved it, like it's yours, right? So you need to allow yourself to feel it already right now like it's yours, right? Think on your goal, how it feels, how you'll feel when you will achieve that. Imagine that in your head. And then come back over the day to this feeling. Look how it feels to you, right? Look where you will be. Look what the results will be, what you will radiate. Come back to this feeling over the day. And this is not just woo-woo science. David L. Hawkins has researched these different states a lot, and there are different emotional states that we can have, okay? And he explained more about it in his book, The Map of Consciousness, and I don't know the other book. It was Letting Go, The Power of Letting Go. I think it was this book. Yeah. So, especially in the book, The Map of Consciousness, he explained there are different states. And the higher the state you have, the more effortless you can manifest what you want. Okay? Now, if you are in a state like you need it, like you want it really badly, why do you want it badly? Because you don't have it right now. So, like, you're lacking something. And that means actually, even though on the action level you do something to come closer to that, you actually push it away because you emanate this feeling of lack, right? You have these expectations. So your emotional state is not congruent with this reality. There need to be congruence between action and emotion, right? And the higher the state, people found out in this map of consciousness, the more effortless you will achieve that. And this is why some people just achieve that very effortless, while others just struggle and don't achieve that, or achieve it only very, very slowly. Okay? So this is one of the reasons. This is actually the biggest reason. And so there are certain things that you can do, two things that you can do. One is what I call process visualization. So there, over the day, you just think of the next milestone, right? Well, the next milestone means the next little goal for this week maybe, or the next couple of weeks, okay? Or this month. And you just visualize how you achieved, how you manifested this goal already, and you feel it. And you do this just multiple times over the day, okay? So you do it, or you practice to do it over the entire day, like every day. And this helps you to get in the state more and more, and then to act from this emotional state. And then you become congruent with this reality. Another thing that you can do is to put somewhere a reminder, like a card in your pocket. Or maybe it can be an object, like for me it could be like this ring. And whenever you look at this, or you have your hands around your pocket, you can write, of course, the affirmation that you will need on this pocket. And this is a reminder that you think on your goal again. So whenever you look at this object, or you look at this card in your pocket, you remind yourself, right, this is this one goal that I want to achieve. And you have this one affirmation in your head or this card in your pocket. And then you say it again and tap into the state. So you say this affirmation, okay? And this helps you over the day to remind yourself to come back to the state. Okay? So you come back, and if you practice that, it becomes more natural for you to be in this state. So that, yeah, you will become more aligned with this reality. I wanted to add something very important. And this is, like I said, a lot of people, they take tons of action and struggle. And this is because they are very attached to their goals. So it's very important to let go of this goal. So it's necessary that you also, at some times of the day or the week, stop thinking about the goal and just focus on something else. Okay, if you just over focus your mental energy on something, you put it a lot on the pedestal, like it's above all other things. And if it's like that, then you push it away because you're usually in a state of lack instead of the state like you have it right now, instead of a higher state. Right? So you need to refocus, also do other things to create balance. Right? Now, there's also another type of individual. Some people, they feel really good with themselves, but they don't take action. So they are also imbalanced, but turn around. They are good at going with the flow and feel good with themselves, but they are very passive. So if you identify yourself with that, like you struggle to take action at all, then you need to tap more into taking action energy. Okay? And you can do that by remembering your why. What is your why? And then visualize also, what is your why? What do you want? Just one clear goal, something clear about the next step, just the next single step. Okay? And you can visualize how you have this taking action energy, right? How you have more this dominant energy where you take action and then you take aligned action. So the real secret is also balance, because if you're out of balance, you usually get in a lower state, and then you start to sabotage yourself, beat yourself up, or start being passive. Okay, getting too much out of balance. When I mean balance, I don't mean that you have to work 3 hours. You can work less, you can work more. When I mean balance, I mean that it's your intention that gets out of balance. When you're too attached to something, you start to get out of balance. Or when you avoid something, being too passive, you are out of balance. Okay? And then you don't get what you want. When you're too passive, what the world reflects you is passivity. So the universe reflects your passivity. So you won't get what you want if you're way too passive. You need to have a balance between action, between being and doing. Okay? Between being and doing. The right balance. Okay. And the other goal, like I said, is to maintain this state and think on your goal, channel this energy. But also know when to stop and not overthink about this goal, like you need to have it. Okay? So these are the things: the balance, the emotional state, and just focusing your thought energy on your goal, like visualizing the next step, right? This brings you also in the right state, by the way. Visualizing your goal, having this affirmation in your pocket. Okay? These are very simple things, but if you do them regularly, they have a lot of effect on your life.